People love to put foods into simple categories like healthy or unhealthy. But here's the thing, most of the time, nobody really explains why. A lot of advice you see floating around online boils down to vague statements like, this is good for you or this is a superfood. But what does that even mean? Usually, it just means the food grows in nature. The funny part is that many of these so-called natural foods only exist in their current form because humans have been crossbreeding and selectively growing them for thousands of years. So when people talk about nature giving us superfoods, it's worth remembering nature had a lot of help. On top of that, much of what we think we know about nutrition isn't coming from real science. It's coming from social media posts, Pinterest recipes, and catchy headlines. And while they sound convincing, they often leave out the real explanation. The detox idea. One of the biggest buzzwords you'll hear in health conversations is detox. The claim goes something like this: certain foods or drinks can flush toxins out of your body. But biologically, that just doesn't hold up. Our bodies already have built-in detox systems. Your liver, kidneys, lungs, and even your skin are constantly working to filter and remove waste. That's their job. So when a product promises to detox you, what is it really doing? In most cases, it's either a laxative making you go to the bathroom more, often a diuretic making you pee more. That feeling of being lighter or cleaner is not toxins leaving your body. It's just fluids. If food could truly detoxify us, we'd be able to cure things like venom or alcohol poisoning just by drinking a smoothie. Obviously, that's not how biology works. Antioxidants. Let's talk about antioxidants. This word is everywhere, in ads, in recipes, even on labels in the grocery store. And yes, antioxidants do serve an important function. They protect your cells from free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can cause damage over time. But here's where the misunderstanding comes in. People assume if some antioxidants are good, then more must be better. That's not how it works. Think of it like oil in your car engine. You absolutely need enough oil for the engine to run smoothly. But if you pour in too much, the engine won't work properly and you might do more harm than good. Antioxidants are similar. Balance is what matters, not loading up on as many as possible. Breakfast. Now let's look at breakfast. For decades, the advice was, never skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. You probably heard that growing up. But if you look at the research, there's no strong scientific evidence that skipping breakfast is harmful for everyone. In fact, whether you eat breakfast or not really comes down to your personal lifestyle, daily schedule, and energy needs. That's where intermittent fasting comes in. A lot of people today choose to skip breakfast and eat their first meal later in the day. And when they say, I'm doing intermittent fasting, people call it disciplined and trendy. But the truth? Sometimes it just means they slept in and had lunch as their first meal. Calories and weight. This brings us to one of the biggest factors in health and body weight: calories. No matter what diet you follow, vegan, keto, paleo, or anything else, the fundamental rule is energy balance. If you consistently eat more calories than your body uses, you'll gain weight. If you eat less, you'll lose weight. Simple as that. On average, most adults burn about 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, depending on activity level. And here's a key number. 1 pound of body fat stores about 3,500 calories. So if you're eating just a little more than your body needs each day, over time, it adds up. A consistent surplus leads to gradual weight gain. On the flip side, cutting calories below what you burn leads to gradual weight loss. Macronutrients. Now, not all calories are the same in terms of where they come from. Food is made up of 3 main macronutrients. Fat has 9 calories per gram. It's not the enemy, it's actually vital for hormone regulation, brain function, and keeping your cells stable. Protein has 4 calories per gram. It's crucial for muscle repair, immune function, and almost every structure in your body. Carbohydrates also have 4 calories per gram. They're your body's preferred source of energy, especially for physical activity. And then, of course, there's alcohol, 7 calories per gram. Yes, it provides energy, but your body treats it as a toxin, so it can't really be used in the same way as the other 3. On top of these, fiber, vitamins, and minerals are essential. They don't provide calories, but they keep your body running smoothly. A deficiency in even one vitamin can cause major problems, like scurvy, which happens when you don't get enough vitamin C. Popular diets. So how do different diets fit into all this? Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Vegan diets are sustainable and great for animals and the environment, but they can be tricky to balance nutritionally without careful planning. Vegetarian diets share the eco-friendly benefits, but the food options are still limited compared to eating everything. Paleo diets cut out processed foods and can help with weight loss, but the restricted food list makes them hard to maintain long-term. Keto diets are effective for weight loss because they control blood sugar and reduce cravings, but they can make high-intensity exercise tough since carbs are limited. Carnivore diets eating only meat have shown anecdotal benefits for some autoimmune issues, but they aren't sustainable or well-researched long-term. If it fits your macros, IIFYM is flexible. You can eat almost anything as long as your calories and nutrient ratios match your goals. That's why it's popular with athletes and bodybuilders. The bottom line, there's no single perfect diet. The best diet is the one you can stick with, that fits your lifestyle, and that meets your nutritional needs. Exercise and misconceptions. Finally, let's talk exercise. One of the biggest myths out there is the idea of toning. People say, I just want to tone up, as if it's something different from building muscle or losing fat. But the truth is, your appearance comes down to 2 factors: how much muscle you have and how much fat you carry. Building muscle is not as easy as people think. It takes months or even years of consistent training. The fear that lifting weights will make you too bulky is pretty unrealistic for most people. When it comes to training, there are 2 main categories. Strength training helps you build muscle, strengthen bones, and improve overall physical resilience. Cardio training supports your heart, lungs, and overall endurance. You don't need to do extreme workouts to benefit. Even 30 to 60 minutes of walking every day can make a huge difference for your health. And if you do take it further with gym workouts or structured training, the benefits only multiply. Exercise isn't just about looking better, it's about creating a healthier, stronger, and more sustainable lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss more helpful videos in the future.